Alright, here's a shot of that two-stroke air-cooled engine that was in the background of that the other video I had about that fuel tank. It's Power Products, little two-stroke engine. Model 220. It goes to a lawnmower I have that I got from another collector. There's a carburetor for it, little Tillotson carburetor. All the bits for it, all the pieces for the carburetor. I like these little engines. It's been sitting around a part like this. It's just one of those kinds of projects that you start, and you start it because nothing else is going on, and then you get to this point, and you know, something else comes up. This engine was stuck when I got it. I ended up taking it all apart. Both rings were stuck in the piston, but they came free, no big deal. Piston cleaned up. Got spark out of it. It's got decent compression now, but I think it'll build after it runs a little bit more. The only thing now is the bearings are a little bit noisy. I'm just turning it over by hand now. I guess with some running and a lot of oil in the mix, hopefully they'll quiet down. There was some rust on the bearings, and they're ball bearings on the main, so hopefully with some running they'll break back in, and it'll all work out. I had to do some work to the reed valves. They were all rusty, but they work well now. So I'll show you a quick shot of the mower that it goes on. It's a Sears mower. Here's a little look at the mower deck and the handle. It's a tiny little thing. It's probably about 18-inch cut. The wheels are really worn out and everything, but the deck's not cracked, so I figure, I don't know, maybe I'll actually put it back together and paint it. It's kind of a funny looking little thing. Paint it up and get a couple bucks for it at a swap meet or something. It's pretty neat. Alright, back to the engine. The crank is bent at the very end here, the last inch or so, where the blade adapter mounts on this keyway. So you can kind of see there. It's bent to the left. So that's not a big deal. I just wish I would have noticed that before I put the whole engine back together. It would have been easier to straighten apart. What are you gonna do? For anybody that's interested in these, I also have another. It's a Model 200 mower engine. Had this one for years. Got it just as the engine. Runs decent. It's all taken apart now because I needed the fuel tank off of it. This is just another one that I found that I need to clean yet. Yeah, like I said, that runs decent. I have this here, which is a horizontal with the base. It's a model AH47. It's a pretty common model of the day. They carried that for probably 15-20 years worth of production. AH47s became the little midget go-kart engines of the day. They were kind of competitors with, well, I shouldn't say competitors, they were lower cost alternatives to little Chrysler engines, little Continental engines, McCulloch engines. But this was just a regular old multi-purpose engine. It's got a governor under here. I'll brace the throttle. I should say that this little engine here has a governor too. This is what the governor looks like. This came off that mower engine. That's what it looks like inside there. Moves like that. Moves on X on this lever here. So it's a pretty simple little engine, but they run good. This one here runs really nice. Lastly, I just picked this one up at Jacktown. 2-cylinder opposed power products. The story with this one is, it's, you know, regular twin-cylinder power products, but it was bought by a bicycle company. They made their own carburetor for it and their own little intake tube. And this was a motorized bicycle. I don't know if it was a kit or to retrofit a regular bike, or if it was the whole bicycle itself. But it's pretty neat. As I believe these opposed twin power products are pretty uncommon, if not rare, so I snapped it up. I got it for a good price, I think. And you can see these have the fan over the flywheel here. Well, this one just has a flywheel. Again, the story was that the movement of the air by being on a bicycle was enough to cool the cylinders. But I'm not going to use this for a bicycle engine. I'm going to make it like a stationary utility engine. So I'm going to have to find myself a fan. Now, another story that I got with it was that to control the speed, you varied the ignition timing. This is the magneto backing plate, and this lever here is how you control the speed by either advancing or retarding the spark. I'm not sure what to make of that. I don't know how much control you'd get, how the engine would run. So it's just an interesting feature it has on it. It's got really nice little exhaust manifolds there, cast aluminum. In good shape. You got the reed valve working there. That's good. Only downside is didn't have a coil in it. I have the points, I have the armature, but I have no coil. So I need to come up with a 2-cylinder power products coil. Both of these pistons fire at the same time. You can kind of liken it to a Maytag coil, a Maytag twin coil, 2 outputs. Now I don't know, being that I have these 3 engines here, I'm going to try to make this one work. I'm thinking about sacrificing this one here for that lawnmower project, and getting this engine running with the flywheel fan, and experimenting a little bit with the single cylinder coil that's on this one, and see if I can get it to fire 2 spark plugs simultaneously. So just another project. Don't know when I'm going to get around to that, but it's a pretty neat engine. That's that.